Hello, everybody. Here we are, the night of Didan Notzach, Hey Tevet. Hey Tevet is a special date in Chabad. We're going to talk about that. But let's start with the march of Didan Notzach. Same thing over and over, just two parts that repeat themselves over and over. If we would dance now, we could probably dance it for a long time. Leah, good to see you. Open your cameras. They don't see it on the recording. You can keep the cameras open, and what they see on the recording is just my picture. I have to be seen. That's my fare, but I have to be seen. But that's my shlichut. That's my job, to bring more niggun to Am Yisrael. So today we are Parashat Miketz, and we said it's Didan Notzach tonight. Didan Notzach is the 5th day of Tevet. Many years ago, it must have been 1987, which was already Tafshin Mem Chet. That's when the story ended. That's what we're celebrating. There was a story with the books from the library of Chabad Chassidim, of Agudat Chassidei Chabad in 770. Somebody from the family of the Rebbe, some cousin or something, needed money, and he decided the books were his. He could do them with them as what he wanted, as whatever he wanted, because it belonged to the family. And he took away books and he sold them, and some of them didn't get back till today. We don't know where they are. He even tore pages from very ancient books to sell them per page because he needed the money. And when the Hasidim found out, there was a big noise about it, and they had to apply to the jurisdiction in America to demand him to court. They took him to court, and it took a long, long time till they succeeded to prove that the books belonged to the Hasidim. There's a famous quote from the Rebbetzin, Rabbi Mushka, when they asked her, did the books belong to your father or to the Hasidim? And she says, both the books and my father belong to the Hasidim. And the books went back, and they were singing this march of Didan Notzach. Didan Notzach meaning by us is the victory. In the Gemara, they say that on Sukkot, when we go out with a branch in our hand, we prove that by us is the victory. Because when people go to the court and they come out, we don't know who was victorious. The person is taking the branches, which are the bay leaf or whatever it was then, and we know by him is the victory. Didan Notzach, that's the quote. And by us, we know it's by us and in Sukkot. So they say the Hasidim are going to be victorious till the end of times, and Mashiach is going to come. I didn't do the march of Mashiach in the Hebrew part. Let's do it now. We're doing marches. Mashiach will be here this year. Am Yisrael, have no fear. Mashiach will be here this year. We want Mashiach now. We want Mashiach now. We want now. We don't want to wait. We want Mashiach now. We want Mashiach now. We want Mashiach now. We don't want to wait. Am Yisrael, have no fear. Mashiach will be here this year. Am Yisrael, have no fear. Mashiach will be here this year. We want Mashiach now. We want Mashiach now. Want Mashiach now. want Mashiach now, we want Mashiach now, we don't want to wait. Right away, without delay, Mashiach will be here today. Right away, without delay, Mashiach will be here today. We want Mashiach now, we want Mashiach now, we want Mashiach now, we don't want to wait. We want Mashiach now, we want Mashiach now, we want Mashiach now, we don't want to wait. I can read Didan Notzach. Okay. Do you hear me well enough? I guess it's loud enough, the microphone. So, combining between Didan Notzach, which happens to be tonight, and our Parsha. Our Parsha is talking about the Gvura of Yehuda. Yehuda, one of the brothers, one of the tribes. They said all the tribes are very, very, very strong and very well learned in martial arts. They claimed that there was an ancient art that they learned from Yaakov. They could win very easily in war. Part of the trick was loud voice. They said that Yehuda screamed and banged the floor, and Paro fell off of his chair from scare, from fright. So Yehuda goes to Yosef and says, either you here listen to us and apply to what we're asking, or I'm going to fight. I don't mind killing everybody, all the Egyptians by my own, with my two hands. And I heard in the name of the Rebbe of Ishbitz that at that point, when Yosef cries and decides it's time to reveal that he's Yosef, it's like a parable to what's going to happen when Mashiach comes. Because till that point, everything seemed lost. You know, Benjamin is getting stuck in Egypt. He's going to be a slave now because they found the what do you call it? The bechel, the wine cup in his sack. And what's going to be now? And they don't believe them, and they claim that they're spies, and then this and that. Everything seems lost. It's like a lost struggle, and they're almost in despair. And suddenly, in 2 words, I'm Yosef, everything gets solved. Suddenly, the whole mitziut, the whole existence, how do you call it? Mitziut is reality. Suddenly reality changes, and suddenly reality is that everything is good. So when Mashiach comes, in one instant, when Mashiach is going to be, the whole reality of now that everything looks so terrible that we don't know how we're going to get out of it and what's going to be, suddenly everything is like click into place, and suddenly, that's it, everything is good. Mashiach is here. So we did March of Mashiach. So thanks to this Gvura, this strength of Yehuda, we're going to do some marches. We're going to do some of the famous marches in Chassidic lore. There's so many of them. Some Chassidiyot, good to see you. Some Chassidiyot have so many marches. That's their, Nina, you can keep open. They won't see in the recording. Some of the Chassidiyot, a lot of the songs are either a valse or a march, like Gur, and a lot in Mojitz, they also have a lot of marches. And let's do some famous marches. And Mojitz. And Kitzba לשנותיך classical march by Mojitz. Let's do some French marches. We have some very famous French marches. One of them is the French Anthem, which was taken by them by our Rebbe in the 1960s, 1970s, I don't remember when. The Rebbe is talking a lot about Ufaratzta. Ufaratzta is the same letters of Tzarfat. and he decided that, we need to take the anthem of France and turn it into a Haderet Emunah. That was the Rebbe's idea. And they say that the French government, after that happened, says something is wrong with our anthem. We better change something about it. And they did. So, somebody here? Yeah, wonderful. Great. Way, wonderful.
And a couple other girls.
Okay, so maybe we'll put down there. Okay.
Go down there?
Yeah, wherever you want. Whatever you want. Or put chairs here. We have guests. How wonderful.
Okay,
There's
here we
place
can
for
sit
two
here.
girls there and girls here.
And, I can
Wonderful.
sit on
You don't need. Bring another chair. כן, לא, אבל המיטה תפוסה. תביא עוד כיסאות, יש עוד כיסאות. Okay. We have guests. I love it when we have guests. Let's put 2 chairs there. Okay, just a minute. Nothing happened. Baruch Hashem, איזה יופי שבאת. Okay, another chair there and then 2 more here. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter who sits where. Okay. Now my speaker is okay. יראו אותך, אז מה? I don't mind that people see you.
Oh, sorry.
We have some real people here, not only Zoom people. This is wonderful. So you can see it. You can open your cameras. יש עוד כיסא, את תשבי שם, ואם יבוא עוד מישהו, אז יביא עוד כיסא. בסדר?
So one more girl is supposed to come out, but I'll here.
Okay. So what we're doing today, we're doing marches. And I'm Rachel. Uli? Wonderful.
She's also a musician. And
Wow. Lucky me.
singer. Yeah, she's very
Okay.
excited.
So maybe you sing with us, if you know that.
Oh.
Great. Okay. So what we're doing is, thanks to Yehuda going to Yosef and demanding, that he's going to win the whole Egypt, we're going to do some marches. And because of Didan Notzach, we'll do Didan Notzach again in the end. But what we do now is some marches. We did one from Mojitz, and now we're going to talk about the French Anthem, which the Rabbi took and made it a march. And the French government decided something is wrong with the march, with the words, and they changed the words there because it became into Kedusha. So they felt something was wrong. So Haderet Emunah. Haderet Emunah lechai olamim, abina v'bracha lechai olamim. Habarula lechai olamim, abina v'bracha lechai olamim. Da-da-dam, bam, bam, di-da-da-yam, da-da-dam, bam, da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da-da. תקשיבו מה שנעשה. נסובב את המצלמה קצת שמאלה שלא יראו אתכם. את המצלמה, נה 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 נה. עוד. נה 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 נה. You have to move. נה 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 נה. עוד צד שמאלה. נה 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 נה. נסובב. נה 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 נה. Okay, so that's one march from the French. And there's another one, a very famous one, that took from them in the ancient times, the times of the Alter Rebbe. Napoleon had a fight against the whole world. He wanted to conquer the whole world. But the Chassidim, we said there was some wanted Napoleon to win because then the physicality of the Jews is going to be better, and some wanted the Tsar to win. One of them was the Alter Rebbe. He said if the Tsar wins, the Jews are going to have a hard time physically, but spiritually, they'll be able to serve Hashem. So there was a contest between who's going to do that, and the decree was whoever's going to blow the shofar earlier is going to win. And the Alter Rebbe got up in the morning, said B'kol Hashachar, blew the shofar, and he won the war. So Napoleon tried to get anything from the Alter Rebbe because he was a sorcerer. He wanted to get something from Kedusha so he could use it to win the war. But the Alter Rebbe ran away, and there's a story that he made sure that nothing was left at home, the slipper, and then they burned it, and they burned the whole house. And Napoleon couldn't get anything from the Alter Rebbe. But the Alter Rebbe took from Napoleon the march. גם פה וגם לשננה. איי, 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 דדם, איי, דדם, איי, איי, יש עוד. March of Napoleon. Now I want to do a funny one, a funny march. You probably know this one, but I'll have news for you what the origin of this one is. You know it? כי אש מרשע בת כלי שלי, כי אש מרשע. You know it, huh? It's not Yemenite, it's not Moroccan, it's not Sephardic, it's Turkish. It's a Turkish military march from the Turkish Navy. You can hear it. You can hear it with the Turkish instruments and drums and this little oboe, and it's Turkish. Amazing. Got into the Jewish lore maybe through like Ba'omer, you know, Miron. We don't know. Okay, what else should we do? Let's see. There's a march that is sing in the end of the Chadadi. What do we sing here in the end of the Chadadi? Yeah, from the right. And which one? Yeah, which was the first one?
I need to look at the word.
Because Yamin small tea. Na na na. Na 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 na. That's this one element. That's one of them. It's too fast. It's sung on the words of Yifrach ben Av Tzadik. It was suggested for the Rebbe's birthday, but it didn't catch. The other Yifrach ben Av did. It's in Sefer niggunim. Another one that I sing a lot of time in the end of the Hadadi is a Mojitz one. I have a song that connects with Jewish bravery. We're going to do some more marches, but let's.
What makes it a march?
What makes a march? The rhythm that is 4/4s and very. Let's have some Russian marches before we go to some Jewish bravery. There's a march known as the March for the Shluchim, Shluchai Adonenu. I think it's March Tosca. It's the march of yearning for the homeland, homesick for the homeland, motherland. It's a Russian march from the Russian army, probably from the Red Army. There's a chair there, then bring chair. Shluchei Adonenu, Ravim Mashiach Tzidkenu. So this one, I don't know if the origin is Jewish, but there's another one that I know that the origin is Jewish. Why is it Jewish? Because many of the songs on the marches for the Red Army were written by two brothers. Their name was the Pokras, Vladimir, whatever, Chaim. I don't know what the first names were. These two brothers were Jewish, and they wrote a lot of the marches for the Red Army. And one of them is a march I think that Shem Tov heard. I don't know who heard it in prison in Russia. And he said, instead of singing, we are the cavalry of the Tsar, he said we should sing, we are the army of the Rebbe. The army Admor, we're the army of the Rebbe, of the Admor. And since then, The Chassidim are singing it. Like many marches, it has a slow part. So that's a famous march, a March Budnoi. You can look it up in YouTube. You'll find the Russian original march, March Budnoi. It's a Russian march. What else do we have? Let's do some, this also could be a march. What they sing for Akafot by Rabbi Levik, the Rebbe's father. They used to sing this one. He says it's from the time of the Alter Rebbe. Let's go. Now I have to remember how it goes. Also marching. That's also known. Let's do a march from Kublich. A march from Kublich. It's in the book you can see, from the book of Rabbi Eliyahu Rifkin. Gal and I collected a lot of his niggunim. His great-grandfather was from Kublich. This is a march. Kublich. Okay, if we're talking about bravery, I want to do some other things also, not just the marches. Maybe we'll go back to them if we have more time. I want to do niggun that is connected with real bravery. I'm talking about two brothers, Rabbanim Shapira from Slavita. They printed the Tanya in their printing press in their company, and they were accused of, I don't remember what they were accused, falsely, and the decree was against them. And the decree was they had to go between two rows of soldiers, and they were hit with, how do you call it? Shutim? What do we call it in English? Whipped, they were whipped. And the faster you go through, the easier, right? And they say that this is the song they were singing while they were going through. And one of the brothers, his kippah fell off. He went back to pick it up. So this is a niggun that connects with this Jewish bravery, that they had hope and they trusted in Hashem and that whatever has to be, and they went through. And they said this is the song they were singing at that time. So let's do it. I'll get it lower a little bit so you can sing it if anybody knows it. I don't know it. Whoops, no, transpose. Okay.
טוב. ערב טוב. ערב טוב.
Niggun of Slavita, of the two brothers. They say they were singing it while...
ערב טוב.
מה?
מקסים, איזה ניגון יפה.
כן.
היה מדהים, ערב טוב.
ערב טוב. So, talking about Jewish bravery, that's part of our Parsha also. And one of the most famous things there, in the Parsha we also have Yosef revealing himself to the brothers. They say that's a sample of how it's going to be when Mashiach comes. Suddenly everything's going to be clear and simple. How did Yaakov Avinu find out that Yosef was alive? They were afraid to tell him. What? With a harp. Who was playing? Serach Bat Asher. And she got blessed by Yaakov, and they say that she's living till these days, that she went alive into Gan Eden. And there's a hall of the famous ladies, and ladies did so much good. And she's one of them. I don't know where this song comes from. It might be stam a joke from one of the melamdim, but the kids in Gan, in the cheder, they sing this song, Od Yosef Chai, Melech b'Mitzrayim, יש לו שני בנים, מנשה ואפרים. Where does it come from? Od Yosef Chai, Melech b'Mitzrayim, יש לו שני בנים, מנשה ואפרים. Od Yosef Chai, Melech b'Mitzrayim, יש לו שני בנים, מנשה ואפרים. Anything in it? I don't know. I know that it belongs to, it connects very nicely to an old song by the Kalev Rebbe, Sola Kol Koshma. The rooster is calling. The Rebbe Kalev took it from the shepherds. When will be the Geula? And there's a lot of in the last one she said, Yibaneh HaMikdash Ir Tzion Temale Oto Et Hava. Yibaneh HaMikdash Ir Tzion Temale Oto. And there's also the famous one from Rav Karlebach, Od Avinu Chai, Od Avinu Chai, Od Avinu, Od Avinu, Od Avinu Chai, Od Avinu Chai, Od Avinu Chai, Od Avinu, Od Avinu, Od Avinu Chai. Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael Chai, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael Chai, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael Chai. Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael Chai, Od Avinu Chai, Od Avinu Chai, Od Avinu, Od Avinu, Od Avinu Chai, Od Avinu Chai, Od Avinu Chai, Od Avinu, Od Avinu, Od Avinu Chai. Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael Chai, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael Chai, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael Chai, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael Chai. And we have the Russian song that the Jews used to sing in hiding in Russia. I'm not scared of nobody, and I don't believe in nobody, just from you, the only in one God. Didan, נוסח נעשה בסוף עוד פעם. עשינו בהתחלה. Yeah, we'll do that in the end again. Yeah, somebody is asking for it, if I had time to read. The song I want to do also about Jewish bravery. There's a lot of stories. Next week we have the Yom HaKaddish HaKlali. There's a lot of stories of people that went to their last march with a song, knowing it's the last trip, and they still had a song on the lips, and a lot of stories about Adon Olam, En Kelokeinu, all kinds of stories. The most famous one is the niggun from Mojitz, from Rabbi Azriel Fastag. Rabbi Azriel was the musician in the court of Mojitz. Looks like he wrote it earlier, not like the legend says, not on the train. He probably composed it earlier because a lot of people knew it by then. So he might have composed it earlier, but the Rebbe wasn't there anymore. The Rebbe was in America. The legend says that when he was on the train on the way to Treblinka, he asked who was willing to sacrifice the life, endanger the life, and try and bring this niggun to the Rebbe. And two guys jumped off the train. One of them got killed on the spot, and one of them survived and got to the Rebbe. The Rebbe was in America, and the Rebbe sang it on Yom Kippur, whatever. The niggun also got to the Lubavitcher Rebbe afterwards, and the Rebbe Lubavitcher really loved the niggun. He used to sing it a lot. And I'm talking about, yeah. Ani ma'amin, ani ma'amin, be'emunah shelema, be'viat HaMashiach, be'viat HaMashiach, ani ma'amin, be'viat HaMashiach, be'viat HaMashiach, ani ma'amin, ani ma'amin, ani ma'amin, ani ma'amin, be'emunah shelema, be'viat HaMashiach, be'viat HaMashiach, ani ma'amin, be'viat HaMashiach, ma'amin, be'viat HaMashiach, be'viat HaMashiach, ani ma'amin, ani ma'amin, ani ma'amin, ani ma'amin, be'emunah shelema, be'viat HaMashiach, be'viat HaMashiach, ani ma'amin, be'viat HaMashiach, be'viat HaMashiach, ani ma'amin, ani ma'amin, ani ma'amin, ani ma'amin, be'emunah shelema, be'viat HaMashiach, be'viat HaMashiach, ani ma'amin, be'viat HaMashiach, be'viat HaMashiach, ani ma'amin, be'viat HaMashiach, be'viat HaMashiach, ani ma'amin. So beautiful. So beautiful. Yeah.
But how long can we sing it? We're in Mashiach now.
Yeah, we're in Mashiach right away. We have time left. We can do some more marches, or we can do some more, whatever you asked for.
Tov Lahados Lashem. Tov Lahodot Lashem.
What melody?
Tov Lahados Lashem.
But let's go back to the normal key. Tov lehodot Hashem, ulezamer, ulezamer Tov lehodot Hashem, טוב להודות לשם, ולזמר לשמך. טוב להודות לשם, להגיד בבוקר חסדך, באמונתך בלילות, באמונתך בלילות, טוב להודות לשם. I don't know the origin for this song. I usually don't do niggunim. They're not Chassidic niggunim, but I want to do another march from Mojitz. From Bobov. From Bobov. The song is from a guy named Azriel Mendelbaum. Azriel Mendelbaum was a Bobov Chassid. He was a chazan. He composed many nigunim. His brother also for Bobov. This one he composed while sitting in his house on a winter night with the rain dripping down through his ceiling. He was so poor he didn't have enough money to fix his house, his windows, or his roof, and the rain was dripping in. And he was sitting with a little cot of his baby, and he was rocking the baby while singing this. And this march was born, and it's known as a march for walking the Kaaba to the chuppah. Beautiful, beautiful one. Yeah.
Use that one because we don't have a Baba.
Right. Right. It's from before, right? But yeah, we have Abba Babot.
That's so beautiful. We gotta fit it in somewhere.
Yeah, it's a beautiful one. Let's do Bechashem Chasiti, which is always good. There's a funny one I thought of playing, which is also like a march. It's from Shmuel Eliyahu Mizvolin. I don't know which Chassidus that is. Maybe also calling with it. Like the one that Israel they sing for Glida, but the Glida comes from a different song. But there's a third part that I don't remember, but let's do.
You remember what you remember.
Trying to remember. Okay, what I said I was going to do, I forgot already. Bechashem Chasiti. Bechashem Chasiti, Alebo Shaleola. Bechashem Chasiti. It's also Bobov. It's from the Kedushat Zion for Bobov. Bechashem Chasiti, Alebo Shaleola. Bechashem Chasiti. בך השם חסיתי, על לבו של עולם בך השם חסיתי, לבו של עולם בך השם חסיתי, על לבו של עולם. השם חסידי, הלבו של עולם בך, השם חסידי, הלבו של עולם בך, השם חסידי, הלבו של עולם בך, השם חסידי, הלבו של השם חסידי, הלבו של עולם בך, השם חסידי, הלבו של עולם בך, השם חסידי, הלבו של עולם בך, השם חסידי, הלבו של עולם. Now what you waiting for? Open up your cameras, dance Didan, Notzach, ay ay ay, 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 Israel, have no fear, Mashiach will be here this year. Israel, have no fear, Mashiach will be here this year. We want Mashiach now, we want Mashiach now, we don't want to wait. We want Mashiach now, we want Mashiach now, we want Mashiach now, we don't want to wait. Right away, without delay, Mashiach will be here today. Right away, without delay, Mashiach will be here today. We want Mashiach now, we want Mashiach now, we want Mashiach now, we don't want to wait. We want Mashiach now, we want Mashiach now, we want Mashiach now, we don't want to wait. יחי אדוננו, מורנו ורבנו, מלך המשיח לעולם בא. יחי אדוננו, מורנו ורבנו, מלך המשיח לעולם בא. איי 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 זאת שאתה תגילה, משיח חשוב. שיבנה בית המקדש ויאמר, ותן חלקנו בתורתך. שיבנה ותן חלקנו את תורתך, שיבנה בית המקדש מהרה בימינו, ותן חלקנו את תורתך, שיבנה בית המקדש מהרה בימינו, ותן חלקנו את תורתך, שיבנה בית המקדש מהרה בימינו, ותן חלקנו את תורתך, שיבנה בית המקדש מהרה בימינו, ותן חלקנו את תורתך, שיבנה בית המקדש מהרה בימינו, ותן חלקנו את תורתך, שיבנה בית המקדש מהרה בימינו, ותן חלקנו את תורתך, שיבנה בית המקדש מהרה בימינו, ותן חלקנו את תורתך, שיבנה בית המקדש מהרה בימינו, ותן חלקנו את תורתך, שיבנה בית המקדש במהרה בימינו, ותן חלקנו בתורתך. I think that's it for tonight, unless you want to ask for something.
We want more.
Yeah, well, we want more now. We want more now. We don't want to wait till next week. But we might have to wait till next week.
היה
Yes.
מקסים.
Any questions? Any remarks? Any pleas?
תודה רבה.
בבקשה.
היה מקסים, תודה רבה, לילה טוב.
לילה טוב.
תודה רבה,
שבת
כל
שלום.
טוב.